Let's start with the new lecture over here. This is very important terms for the NTSE examinations, and this is a topic trigonometry, and here we'll discuss about the problems of heights and distance. This is very first problem for the height and distance. Let's read this problem. If the angle of depression and the angle of elevation of a top of a tower from height h from the top and the bottom of second tower are x and y respectively, then the height of second tower is. Solution. Now let's understand the problem. Angle of depression, elevation of a top of a tower from top of a tower of height h. Let's make a tower of height h here from the second tower. Let's with the second tower. This it says angle of depression is x from the top of the second tower. The top of the second tower is this. Angle of depression be x, and bottom of the second tower are y, and from the bottom of the tower is elevation. So this is the bottom of tower, here is the elevation, and elevation here is means this angle is given. Now this is h, this is the given parameters. We have to find the height of this total tower, this second tower. Now let me figure out the few triangles through which we can calculate the trigonometrical ratios. Let me extend this line which is parallel to the base. If I extend this line, this angle x is equal to this angle x, right? And this is y. Now obviously these are the two parallel lines, therefore this height is h, and therefore this I can assume it as L. Now the total height is L plus. Let me apply this few trigonometric ratios over here. 10x. Before applying, let me assume this base be b, 10x. Now applying this 10x in the triangle ABC. Now in triangle ABC, see, this is the angle in triangle ABC. This is the x. Now 10x is perpendicular upon base. A perpendicular height is this L and base is b, which is same. Now therefore 10x is L upon. Similarly 10y is. Now let me see this triangle B, C and D. Watch this triangle B, C, D, or precisely you can say this is y, therefore this angle has to be y. If I see this angle y and if I apply the trigonometric ratio 10y, here is 10y, that means this is perpendicular upon base. Perpendicular is h upon base is b, again see, this is h upon b. Now we got the two trigonometric equations. Now let's try to evaluate L plus h. From here I can say b is L upon 10x, or from here I can say b is h upon 10y. Obviously both the b's are same. I can equate these both equations. Let me equate both the equations here. L upon 10x is equal to h upon 10y. Therefore L is equal to h 10x upon 10y. This is the value of L. Now total height of the second tower is h plus L. Now let me add the h over here. L plus h would be, L is this quantity, h 10x upon 10y, and plus, let's take this LCM, 10x upon 10y. Can I say this is h 10x and 10y is cot y plus h, or I can say L plus h, total height is h 1 plus 10x, hence the answer 1 plus 10x. So you understand the problem, because angle of elevation, angle of depression, the important point was here is depression is measured from the top to the bottom, this angle, and elevation is measured from bottom to top, this is that. So this was the concept behind this problem. Let's solve another problem. The angle of elevation of top of tower as seen from the 2 points A and B situated in the same line at distance P and Q respectively from the foot of a tower are complementary, and the height of tower A. This is the question. Let me try to solve this problem. The angle of elevation of top of tower is seen from the 2 points A and B situated in the same line. Let be the 2 points which are situated on the same line are A and B. Say this is A and B. Point A and B, same lines. Distance, let's say distance from certain point is this B. P is certain point over here, and the distance of A and B is respectively P and Q. This is given. Now let's say the tower is situated here. Let this be the tower situated over here. Angle of elevation from the foot of tower are complementary. Say this is B and this is the angle of elevation. Let's be this angle alpha. Let this angle be complementary. Complementary means the sum of the two angle is 90 degrees. Therefore, I can assume this angle be 90 minus alpha because it's given as a complementary. The sum of these two angle is 90 degree alpha and 90 minus alpha. Let's say this point be D. We know that, let's be this height be H. Then we need to calculate this height H over here. We know the value of P and Q here. This is Q, this is P, this is P, and this is Q. Now let's apply the trigonometric ratios here. Tan alpha. If I apply the tan alpha, I have to see where is the alpha. This is alpha is given here. Now if I say this is alpha, that means I am looking to the triangle AD and P. If I look at this triangle ADP, tan alpha is perpendicular upon base. Perpendicular is H upon P. Similarly, if I say tan of 90 minus alpha, this angle, this is H upon Q. I'm looking into triangle B. I'm looking into triangle B, D, and P. This BDP, this is 90 minus alpha. I'm taking about tan 90 minus alpha is perpendicular upon base, which is H upon Q. Right? We got a quick equation. Let's try to solve this. We know that the tan 90 minus alpha, this is the complementary angle. Tan 90 minus alpha is cot alpha. We have studied already. Cot alpha is H upon Q and tan alpha is H upon. Let's be this equation be 1, this be second. If you multiply 1 and 2, these two equation, if you multiply, you get tan alpha into cot alpha is H upon P into H upon Q. Now tan alpha into cot alpha is 1, H into H is H square, P into Q is PQ. Therefore I can say H square is PQ and H is under root of, hence the height of the tower is root of PQ. Therefore the answer is C here, root of PQ. Let's do one more problem here. A person on the top of a tower observes a scooter moving with uniform velocity. This is important, uniform velocity towards the base of a tower. He finds the angle of depression changes from 30 degree to 60 degree in 18 minutes. The scooter will reach the base of a tower in next. Now let's try to solve this. Let's make a given information. A person is on the top of the tower. This is the top of the tower. Let's say this is the top of the tower. Now a scooter is moving. Let's say this is the scooter is moving with uniform velocity towards the base of a tower. He finds the angular depression changes from 30 degree to 16 degree in 18 minutes. Now let's say this is the time t equal to 0 when person sitting over here looked this scooter. He set the angle of depression. The angle of depression would be this angle. He said the angle of depression was 30 degree. So if this is a 30 degree, I can say this is angle would be also be a 30 degree. After 18 minutes, obviously the scooter is moving with the uniform velocity. Now when the scooter arrives here, it says the angle of depression changes to 60 degree. This angle is 60 degree. So I can say this angle is 60 degree. So this angle has to be. The problem is we have to calculate time in which it will reach to this. Now let's assume speed or velocity of scooter v, right? In 18 minutes it reaches. In 18 minutes it will travel from this point to this point. Say distance travel in 18 minutes is v into 18, let's say. So therefore this distance would be v into 18. We need to calculate this distance for time, say, and let's take t more time to reach the base. For this distance would be v into t, right? Now applying the trigonometric laws here, tan 30, I'm looking at tan 30 in this triangle, tan 30 in this triangle. In this triangle, if I look, the tan 30 is this angle tan 30. Therefore this is perpendicular upon base. Perpendicular is h upon base is v into 18 plus v into t. Now tan 60, I'm looking for the tan 60 here. Tan 60 would be is in this triangle, that is perpendicular upon base h upon v into t. Tan 30, value of tan 30 is 1 upon root 3 is h upon v 18 plus t. and 1060 is root 3. The value is h upon v into, again say h is v into 18 plus t upon root 3. Here h is root 3 times of vt. Both the h's are same. Let me equate these values. V into 18 plus t upon root 3 is root 3 times of v into t. This v is cancelled with this v. 18 plus t is root 3 into root 3 into t. Root 3 into root 3 is 3. 18 plus t is equal to 3t, and then I can say 18 equal to 3t minus t, which is 2t, and therefore I can say 18 is equal to 2t, and thus therefore I can say t is equals to 18 upon 2, and therefore I can say t is equals to 18 upon 2, which is 9 minutes. Hence the answer is scooter will reach in the 9 minutes. So here the concept was start from 30 degree, and here as soon as more as you come close to the tower, the angle of depression increases, and when it reaches to the tower, the angle of depression becomes 90 degree. This was the basic concept here. Second thing, we always measure the distance. Here the distance height is again in the meters. This quantity should also be in meters. Don't take it's 18 and calculate this quantities. This should be into the r should also be into a distance, because the height is also in the distance. Because trigonometry says all the trigonometric ratios are the ratios, and ratios should be taken of the same quantity. That means distance or distance, or time or time. Here it is a distance, therefore it has to be taken to the distance. This was the concept behind the problem. Hope you understand. Thanks.